Good evening, everyone. My name is Lindsay Wong, and I have the pleasure of being Beautiful World's Program Manager. 2014 was an incredible year for Beautiful World. With the help of many generous donors, we were able to run scholarship programs in 4 countries in Africa. 250 students were provided with everything they needed to be successful in school and were given the chance to follow their dreams. In early 2014, we began preparations to introduce our newest program, a post-secondary scholarship program for young women in Rwanda. We have an amazing group of students in this program. They are studying civil engineering, biomedical engineering, and electrical engineering. Programs that will provide them with the knowledge and skills needed to succeed in Rwanda's growing economy. These students are some of the most resilient individuals you will ever meet. They all lived through the 1994 genocide, which claimed the lives of over 800,000 people in their country. At a very young age, they witnessed unspeakable atrocities that would change their families and country forever. But today, their future is bright. To these students and to all of the students in each of our programs, school is the greatest gift that you could ever give them. They value it more than anything because they know that an education is the key to breaking out of the cycle of poverty that they and their families are trapped in. They know that an education will provide them with the knowledge and skills needed to secure a good job. A job that will provide them with a steady income, that will enable them to afford a safe place to live, nutritious food to eat, and access to medical care. This is their dream, and they know that an education will take them there. I would like to take a few moments now to talk about our program in Sierra Leone, because it is a country that has been in the news so much over the past few months. In 2012, Beautiful World established a partnership with the Forum for African Women Educationalists to provide scholarships to impoverished girls in Sierra Leone. In a country where less than 35% of all girls make it through secondary school, this is a program that is so desperately needed. As the program progressed, we witnessed a remarkable transformation. The girls were becoming much more confident in themselves and their abilities, and were forming their very own support networks to help each other succeed. Starting with just 30 students in 2012, the program had grown to 110 students by 2014. Everything was going great. And then, Ebola. On December 6, 2013, Ebola claimed its first victim in West Africa, a 2-year-old boy in Guinea named Emil. In the months that would follow, Ebola would spread like wildfire to neighboring Sierra Leone and Liberia. To date, the disease has claimed the lives of over 9,500 people. In July of 2014, the government of Sierra Leone declared a state of emergency, which included nationwide school closures and a ban on all public gatherings. Our first priority was to ensure the safety of our students. Our local partner visited the homes of each and every student in our program to educate them about Ebola and how to stay safe. Students and their families were provided with supplies of chlorine, hand sanitizer, and soap, ordinary items that would save their lives. As time went on, it became clear that the situation was getting much worse. The number of cases was increasing at an alarming rate. In addition, the fear of contracting Ebola was disrupting local markets, resulting in sky-high prices for basic necessities and food shortages. Daily life was becoming a frightening struggle. We knew that it would be months before our students would see the inside of a classroom again. They had worked exceptionally hard in the months leading up to the outbreak, but now their educations and futures were hanging in the balance. For us, this was simply unacceptable. Working with our local partner in Sierra Leone, we came up with a plan. We developed workbooks and assignment sheets for each of our students' core subjects. These workbooks enable the students to continue their learning at home. In addition, all of our students were provided with radios, which enables them to tune into the free educational programs that are being broadcast across the country. To help ease the challenges at home, students and their families were provided with food supplies, as well as additional supplies of chlorine, hand sanitizer, and soap to help keep them safe. I am proud to say that we have an exceptionally dedicated team on the ground in Sierra Leone. They worked with the National Ebola Response Center to ensure that care packages and educational supplies made it to each and every student and family in our program, regardless of how difficult it was to reach them. In an effort to stop the outbreak, the government of Sierra Leone quarantined entire villages and towns, leaving the people inside cut off, panicked, and desperate as food shortages began to take place. While others were running away from these areas in fear, our team went in. They spoke with our students and their families, and they heard their challenges. Even in situations where students were living in quarantined homes that could not be entered, our partner found a way to reach them, leaving supplies just outside of their doorstep. Not a single student was left behind. None of this could have been possible without the courage and compassion of our local program manager, Charles Davies, and his team on the ground in Sierra Leone. I am so saddened to say that we lost one of our students to Ebola just before Christmas. Her name was Aissatou Bangura. She was 14 years old. She had traveled to visit her grandmother who was living in an Ebola hotspot where she contracted the disease. She never made it home. Aissatou was a brilliant student who was dedicated to her studies. She had a bright future ahead of her that was so suddenly and so unfairly taken away. Our thoughts and prayers continue to be with her family and friends during this difficult time. In the coming months, our students will need us more than ever before. When the schools reopen, we will be there to help as they pick up their school bags and walk proudly back to school. There will also be many more children who will need our help. Children who have lost their mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, and grandparents to Ebola. We want to be there for those children, to let them know that while Ebola has claimed their families, it will not claim their futures. Together, we can make that happen. Thank you.